You watching the brat? ChesaTheBrat, yeah. Get a subscriber tab. ChesaTheBrat, ChesaTheBrat, turn around.
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, girl, hurry up. Why do I have to tell y'all this every single video? Like, you already know. Well, if you don't know,
you should know.
When you subscribe to me, you get a fatter ass, you get a bigger bank, you get that nigga that you've been plotting on, or that girl.
I don't judge.
I already know what y'all are thinking. Y'all are probably thinking two things. Like,
no.
Y'all are probably thinking three things. Y'all are probably thinking, one, Chesa, where have you been? Because you just said that you weren't taking another break, or that you weren't gonna, you know, it wasn't gonna be a while before another upload. Two, I know y'all are seeing this title and y'all are like, ain't no way you got in another fight recently. And three, y'all are probably like, where the hell is you at? Well, you probably recognize this background. I mean, it's a little different, but I have filmed here before. I am not home only because my floating shelf is being installed tomorrow, and I didn't want to film there again without my floating shelf, because that's like what I've been waiting on to be able to film consistently at my place. But I mean, I'm here often as well, so I'm not going to say this is my last video here. I realized through the comments of my last video that y'all really don't give a f where I film, as long as I tell y'all the tea. I don't think it really matters. Like, you can see me and you hear the tea. You get what I'm saying? So this video was not supposed to be a fight story time. I know I do a lot of fight story times, which, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, life of a Taurus, I guess. I don't know. Like, obviously all of the fights are not recent ones, but I didn't think I would be doing another recent fight all of 2024. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know if y'all remember the last video, the last recent fight video I did in 2023. I said no more fighting in 2024.
I failed.
When y'all hear this, y'all are gonna understand, you know, why I had to do what I had to do. Because I don't know, like, me personally, I mean, I am myself, and I am the one that's going through these stories, going through these experiences and telling these stories to y'all. So obviously I might be a little biased, but going based off of the comments, y'all seem to be agreeing that y'all would have stood on business and y'all would have did the same thing I did, or worse. So I really, like, y'all, I've been getting comments lately, only like 2 or 3, because, you know, my haters are a minority. The bad get it, you know what I'm saying? The few hate comments that I do be getting be like,
ooh, you're so problematic, all you do is fight, all your content is about negativity and fighting.
Baby, first of all, if I sat up here and told y'all just nothing but the positive things that I go through in life, y'all would not be tuned in like that. Yeah, I'll tell y'all story times of getting cheated on or crazy friends. Not every single story time is going to involve fighting, but like, y'all know damn well y'all want to hear the fight ones. So why are y'all even trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Your messy ass algorithm brought you to this video, so am I the messy one, or are you? Or are we both messy, boo? Come on. I didn't think this was going to even be something that I had to revisit. I didn't think I was going to have to talk about this girl ever again, to be honest, because I thought she knew better. But obviously, if she knew better,
she would do better.
So we both know she don't know shit. But yeah, just before I get started into this video, first of all, follow me on Instagram if you're not already, Chesa La Morena. That is where you can keep up with me. If I find any fight videos of myself or of my subscribers when I do subscriber story times, it goes on my Instagram, and I usually make a highlight that's up for a while, like an extended period of time after whatever video. So you definitely want to tune in, even if there's not a fight on there right now. Still tune in and still show me love anyway, because I interact with y'all on there. I do polls with y'all on there. So if you want your opinion to kind of be taken into consideration with my content and stuff like that, definitely go follow your girl on Instagram. Get into the nails. Get into the nails. I'm doing a vlog right now. It's not just a maintenance vlog, it's just kind of like a week vlog, but it's gonna have some maintenance in it, and I want you guys to tune into that so you can see the details of my nail experience with my nail tech. If y'all don't know, I don't know why, because I already put y'all on, but I'm gonna put y'all on again. Her ad is gonna be right here on the screen. She's an experience beyond just the nails. She funny as fuck. She'll make sure you good. She'll make sure you have a soda, a water, like, it's tea, you know what I'm saying? And tell her Chesa sent you. The plot twist to this story time should honestly be illegal. I'm not even fronting, like, it's ridiculous. For this story time to make sense, I'm gonna give y'all kind of a rundown and kind of some little backstory or whatever, not too long. And honestly, if you want to pause this video and go watch, I'm gonna put the thumbnail up here on the screen. If you want to watch the video where I got in a fight with my homegirl's friend last year, y'all can watch that video to get caught up, or I'm about to just give y'all like a speed run of the situation, so it's nothing y'all gotta skip or nothing. It's not gonna be, you know what I'm saying, drawn out or nothing like that. It's just gonna get to the nitty gritty. So I have a homegirl, and we're gonna name her the same thing that I named her in the last story time, just so things can connect and make sense. Her name is Chanel. That is not her real name, but I named her that because she wears a lot of Chanel perfume and she smells really good. Long story short, this is my homegirl, my ace boom cool. We've been cool for a long time, and I love her to death. So she is a real event thrower when it comes to her stuff, her birthday, anything. Like, she's the type to throw a really big event or just do fun events and invite all of her friends, and she has a lot of friends. Like, this girl has 30 people show up to her birthday event. Last year she invited me to the park to do like a sip and paint type of event for her birthday, and basically me and some of her real close friends, I'm one of her closest friends, and she brought a couple of her other close friends to come early to the park to kind of set up the whole thing. And long story short, there was this one girl that I was not vibing with, that nobody was really vibing with, because she had nasty energy and just no home training, no manners about herself. She wasn't very welcoming. She wasn't really a girl's girl. When we got to painting, she was kind of eyeballing my painting and like trying to be funny, because I'm not very like I'm not really artsy, and I never like kicked it like I was. Like, I was drunk and having a good time and just trying to paint, and it was real like lighthearted, and everybody was having a good time, and she was really just raining on the parade type. If you know, you know. I have a heart condition and I have anxiety, and something that happens often, especially when I'm walking up hills, which parks in Atlanta be very hilly. Like, there be steep hills, and I'm carrying a bunch of stuff trying to help her set up for this event. So there was a situation where I needed to go collect myself and calm my heart down, and I don't like to be bothered when I kind of go through these things. I try to just get away from everyone and calm myself down, take a walk, catch some, you know, fresh air. I just took a walk in the park. I left my purse with my card holder that had my credit cards and my Cash App card and my debit card in it, and I took like a maybe 5 to 10 minute walk away, or maybe like a 15-minute walk away from all of the girls. And I ended up coming back towards the end of the event. Everybody was leaving. The girl, I'm gonna name her Grimy. That's the same name that I gave her in the last one, Grimy. Long story short, shorty ended up taking my wallet. She ended up taking my wallet. I did not notice this until I went on a sushi date with my friend a couple of days later, because I'm a contactless, like I'm a Apple Pay, I'm a tap pay kind of girl. So I really didn't notice that my card holder was missing out of my purse until later on. But I hadn't gone anywhere between that situation and when I went to the sushi date. So I put 2 and 2 together. I had my friend Chanel ask the friends that were at her thing if they've seen it, if they might have accidentally grabbed it, and everybody else texted her back nicely, not defensively, just on some like, oh no girl, I haven't seen it, let me know if she finds it, or if I end up finding it, I'll let you know. But Grimy ended up sending her a really nasty message. If I can remember to put it on the screen, I will, but I remember she said like, do it look like I steal? I didn't take nothing out her purse. And it kind of gave it away, because baby, how did you know it was in my purse? Like, I get wallets being purses, but like, she kind of just had a nasty energy about it. And considering how she was acting at the thing, it just was like given she took it. You get what I'm saying? She was being nasty to Chanel for even asking. So I had Chanel take me by her house, because I didn't know where she lived. This is not my friend. I did not know her from a can of paint. Took me by her house, and I pressed her. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to get all over the place. A part that I forgot to tell y'all just now is that I noticed transactions being made on my cards for Shein. Like hundreds of dollars being taken from my debit card, Wells Fargo debit card, and my Cash App card. She didn't touch my credit card, thankfully. She would have got a double whipping that day. But she took money, and if y'all know anything about Cash App, they do not give you your money back. At least they never did for me. So I got my Wells Fargo disputed and stuff and got that money back, but I never saw my Cash App money again. So when I pressed her, she had on this little strap purse on, and I was like, I need you to empty your stuff because I know you took my stuff. And she wasn't trying to at first, and she was like, are you gonna make me or something? Like, she was on some like, if you want to see what's in my bag, make me. But then this ended up swinging on me. She ended up swinging on me. We ended up tussling. I beat her to smithereens, and lo and behold, the purse got knocked on the ground. I went in it, and my card holder was in there, of course. So yeah, and to my knowledge, after that situation, Chanel and Grimy fell out. Obviously Chanel's the one who brought me there, so I guess they fell out on some like choosing sides thing. Grimy felt like she was choosing sides, even though Chanel felt like it was lame for you to be stealing from my homegirl, for you to be stealing in general, but especially from my homegirl at my birthday, you know what I'm saying? So that was the last time they had spoken, and that was the last time I seen Grimy. And the last thing I told Shorty was, if I catch you anywhere and I just feel like you have on some sheen,
I'm beating your ass again.
So that just kind of like, you know, catches y'all up to the last thing I had going on with Grimy. I hadn't seen her since then, y'all. I didn't catch her in the streets nowhere. I didn't catch her at no club nowhere. I literally have not seen this girl since that day, and to be honest, I did not expect to, because the way I did her, I don't think she would want to run into me, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm a person that she would want to run into after that situation. Fast forward to about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, I don't really know exactly, my homegirl Chanel ended up hitting me up wanting to go for lunch, because I had seen her a couple times obviously this year, but I hadn't seen her like as much as we would hope to, because I don't know if y'all remember from the last story time about her or about the situation, she is one of my friends that works a lot, so I don't really get to see her that much. So when we have free time, we really take advantage of it, and she hit me up wanting to go on a food date. And me being me, like, I be trying to be the nigga, like I be trying to be my homegirl's nigga sometimes, y'all. I can't even lie. I was like, girl, of course we can go out, we can go out for lunch, it's on me, don't even worry about it, where you want to go. Like, I'm like, girl, yes, anything with food, I'm there, you know what I'm saying? You want to go eat something, baby? What you want to eat? Because I'm down to eat anything.
My back is big.
We get there, we're eating. I'm going to fast forward the boring stuff. We're catching up what's been going on over the last weeks or whatever. And we're doing it like Love and Hip Hop style. You know what I'm saying? Me and Chanel always loved a good margarita. So I go ahead and order our margaritas or whatever. I end up asking her what drink she wanted, and she was like, I really don't want to drink. And I was like, girl, shut up. Like, that's how me and her are. We're like, nah, we're not drinking, and then we end up getting bottomless mimosas. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's one of those girls. Like, so I was like, girl, shut up. So I ended up ordering her the same margarita that I got, because it had the same like notes and flavors that she likes, and we both typically like the same type of drink. So I ordered her drink, and she's like, no, I really don't want it. And I was like, girl, if you don't want it, it's okay, don't drink it. But I'm just basically on some, girl, you know it's gonna be good, I'm gonna order it anyway, I'm not gonna force you to drink it, but like, girl, I'm getting your drink. So I ordered her drink, and then we end up catching up some more. The drinks come, and y'all, I'm a yapper, so I end up noticing that like maybe halfway into my tea, or like almost at the end of my tea, I noticed that my drink is almost gone, and Chanel has not even taken a sip, baby, not one sip. So I'm looking at her, and I'm like, what? Wait a minute. So I stopped talking, I'm smiling, I'm not mad or nothing, I'm just like, wait a minute. And I look at her drink, and then I look at her, and y'all, she busts out laughing. Like, she cannot keep it to herself. She's like, bruh, like, I can't even, I gotta tell you. I'm like, tell me what? And y'all, this girl stands up and lifts up her hoodie. Mind you, I didn't even take into consideration this girl had on a hoodie in the peak of summer. Like, it is hot in Atlanta. I don't know if it's hot where y'all at right now, but it's hot as out here. And especially in June, July, it was hot as. So she stands up and she lifts up her shirt, her hoodie, and there's a baby bump.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Stop playing. What the fuck? Stop playing. What the fuck is that?
This girl is pregnant. So y'all, I almost start crying. Like, I'm tearing up. I'm like, girl, I had no idea. Like, this is why you wasn't drinking the drink. And she's like, yes, I literally invited you to lunch to tell you, and to tell you like, or to invite you to my thing. Like, I just wanted to tell you I've been wearing hoodies. And she was like, did you not notice that I've been wearing a lot of oversized stuff, or I haven't really been wearing my normal baddie clothes or whatever? And I was like, girl, you a baddie in anything. So no, I really haven't peeped. But like, after all the emotional stuff, she ends up telling me like she doesn't want to do a baby shower or a gender reveal further into her pregnancy. Mind you, she was far enough for her to know like the gender of her baby. This girl was too good at hiding that baby bump. Like, she's one of those girls though that isn't showing as much as the average pregnant woman or whatever. So like, even though she was far enough along, you can find out the gender, I'm pretty sure, pretty early, but she was pretty far along. After that, she ends up telling me like, when it comes closer to the end of her pregnancy, she doesn't want to do a baby shower, because a lot of women do their baby showers when they're close to their due date, or like when they're really big and like, you know what I'm saying, really pregnant. And she was like, she didn't want to do that because she wanted to be more on some isolating herself type of thing, and you know what I'm saying, really getting in touch with herself and preparing for motherhood. Like, she's one of those girlies, like she's real in tune with her spirituality and just creating like a place of tranquility for her to have a baby, which is like, that's gonna be me, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, y'all are not gonna be rubbing my belly when I'm 8 months pregnant. Y'all are not gonna see me until that baby pop, I promise you. She wants to go ahead and do it early, and she doesn't want to do 2 separate events. She just wants everybody there at one time. She wants to do the gender reveal and the baby shower the same day, and she wanted me to not just me, but me and like obviously some of the same girls that helped from the birthday event. She wanted my hands in helping with setting it up. Fast forward to like last week of July, I get a text from her, and it's the official flyer for her gender reveal / shower. And you know, she's hyping up, she's so excited, and then she ends up texting me and saying something like, I'm gonna find the screenshots and put it on the screen, but she said something like, don't hate me. Random as hell, right? Like, I'm like, don't hate you? Girl, how could I ever hate you? I'm like, why would I hate you? And she's like, I think she just sent me the second screenshot after she said that. Now, y'all reading this, I already know what y'all are thinking, but not too much of my friend. Like I said, she's a very positive, she's a very light energy, very forgiving, loving type of person. So not too much on her. Like, I know some of y'all are gonna be like speculating in the comments or saying that she's weird or saying this and that about her, because that's just how y'all are. But you know what I'm saying, I know her, so trust me when I say that she had all positive intentions. I swear she did. My homegirl seeing that, you know, they have their own friendship at the end of the day. They have their own history and backstory. I do not know that girl. The literal first impression I got of her was when she like thieved from me, when she stole from me. So, you know, I have my own opinion about her, but obviously they were friends once upon a time. You get what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, so they have memories and they have shit that they can reminisce on or whatever. So she, I guess, decided that she wanted to welcome her back in her space and welcome her back in her circle. She just really wants to give her a second chance, basically. And she was like, but I do understand what went on with you guys, and as out of respect for you, if you do not want her at my event, I will tell her respectfully that she cannot come, and I will just see her another time. And me being me, y'all, it took everything in me to not be like, girl, you know damn well I don't want to see that. Like, I would really mop the floor with that girl again. But looking at the time that she's going through, like, this is a really important time in her life. I didn't want to make something that's not about me about me. This is a really like important, like, beautiful part of her life. Like, this, she's literally about to experience motherhood, and she's going through pregnancy, and I just want her to be happy at the end of the day. So I was like, I really do not care. I will keep my distance from her at the event. I just hope she doesn't come on no bullshit. But at the end of the day, like, we're good. You get what I'm saying? We're good. Obviously, I'm not going to let her steal from me again. So all I'm going to do is keep that weird bitch away from me when we're there as much as I can. That was my plan. Low key, I don't know if this is just me tooting my own horn about how I did her, but I really didn't even think she would be bold enough to show up. Like, I thought she was going to be appreciative of the, like, invite, and I felt like she was going to feel like she had her way back in with Chanel, and like maybe she would have not shown up and, like, you know, kind of reconnected with her on her own time another time. Because me personally, if I got done like how I did her, I would not want to be in the same room as that person. But I mean, good thing I'm not the one who gets done like that. You get what I'm saying? So let's just go ahead and get to the event. So to kind of give you guys a better idea of how Chanel is, I told y'all she's a fun friend. She's a real event thrower. She's a real social butterfly. But she also is the type of that's like, if I can't drink, that don't mean y'all can't drink. She was like, I want you guys to handle the games. I want y'all to handle the setup. I want y'all to handle everything. And she was like, I'm very, very, very adamant about the fact that I don't want y'all to make it washed and watered down and just nothing but baby related. Because, you know, most baby showers are just baby showers. Like, I don't know. I've been to some country ass baby showers, but like, for the most part, the average baby shower is not really like supposed to be catered to adults getting lit, at least from my experience. But she was like, I want y'all to have the drinks. Any game that's a drinking game, just replace my drink with a non-alcoholic beverage, obviously. Or I just will watch you guys. I want you guys to really have fun. That's going to make me the happiest. And she was like, I want it to be like one of my normal events. I want us to get lit. I want us to have drinking games. I want us to... The only thing she said that she didn't want going on is people like smoking back there, because she didn't want, you know, to be around smoke or whatever while she's pregnant. But she was like, I want y'all to make it lit. And she was like, I would actually be mad if y'all don't make it lit. Apart from setting up the streamers, setting up the game station and all of that stuff, because we had like the regular games that we always do at events, like of course the drunk Jenga and the drunk Uno, just any game
But drunk.
or just like the regular games everybody plays, truth or dare, all of that stuff. We of course we're gonna do that, but we also wanted to do some baby related games. So we were creating all of these ideas and stuff like that, and we got to the event the day of the event. Obviously we got there early. As y'all know, my family is from Venezuela, and she also wanted us to handle some of the food because she got some catering. I think it was like some taco place was catering. She wanted a plethora of different types of food. So one of the dishes that she loves that I make, that I've always made, like I literally grew up making these, are arepas. I'm pretty sure I've talked about that on my channel before. I'm pretty sure I've made one on a vlog before. I'm not really sure, but they're super easy to make, super filling, and they're like a crowd pleaser for real. Like I've never made them for anybody and then them not like it. So she asked me if I could make arepas, and if y'all don't know what it is, I'll put it up on the screen. There's Colombian arepas and there's Venezuelan arepas. Obviously I make the Venezuelan version, but it's basically a corn patty, like a cooked corn patty that you stuff, and you can stuff it with anything like savory. Like you can do pulled pork, you can do beef, you can do regular ham and cheese sandwich in it. You know what I'm saying? You can put anything, avocado, tomato, onion, and whatever protein or whatever. Like you can put literally anything in it. So she wanted me to make a couple protein options and like have filling options, and then make hot arepas to be hot and ready for everybody because she loves them and she's been craving them, she told me, and I didn't even know she was having cravings because I didn't even know she was pregnant. I got to cooking that because like they're quick to make, but I don't like arepas reheated in the microwave. Maybe in an air fryer they're good if you reheat them, but I like them fresh. So I wanted to time it right to make sure that pretty much when everybody was getting there around the time they were supposed to be getting there, they would be ready for whoever wanted to help themselves to eating. Everyone ends up getting there and something really stressful ends up happening. Chanel ended up having like an upset stomach, and she ended up having to call her doctor and figure out what it is that she could take to fix it, because she was having like, I don't remember if she was nauseous or if her stomach was just upset in a different way. I don't really know, but her stomach was really bothering her and she was having some hot flashes. So she called and got some advice from her doctor. Her doctor told her that she can go get something over the counter that would be safe, and basically she didn't have to go get seen or anything like that. I went to go get her medicine. It was some stomach, I don't even remember what it was. I don't know, it could have been Pepto-Bismol. I don't know what it was, but she had me go get her her stomach medicine that the doctor recommended. So I got done with my arepa station and then I left to go get that. And while I went to go get that, I went ahead and picked her up one of those like lash fans, because majority of the event was outdoors. Like some of it was inside, some of it was outside. The inside portion was going to be like the games and the opening of the gifts, and then outside was like all of the tables of food and stuff like that, and the gender reveal cake was going to be out there too. By the time I get back to get like to bring her stuff, everybody should already be there that was invited to the gender reveal, because one thing about it, I don't think you should be late to a gender reveal if the whole point is for you to be there for the reveal of the gender. You get what I'm saying? And on the flyer it specified like not to be later than this specific time, because that this specific time we were going to cut the cake. We're catering to her for a good like, I would say 15 minutes since I got back. But when I got back, y'all, when I was pulling back into the like driveway and about to bring in the backs of the stuff to go give her, like for her to feel better, I hear like a car coming up this, mind you, we're in the suburbs, like we're at her house. We're not anywhere where you should be speeding damn near 50 miles an hour on this residential street. But anyways, I see this car zoom in, blasting music.
One of them niggas when I kill them call the reverend.
Zooming up the street, and I'm thinking they're finna pass me the way they're zooming, like they're going fast as fuck. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then they end up stopping like at the house, and I'm like, oh, this is somebody coming here. I'm grabbing my stuff and I see Grimy get out of the car. Now, we make eye contact, but she doesn't say anything to me. Like, I don't know if she even realized it was me. I mean, ain't no way she didn't realize it was me.
She should have my face burned in her memory at this point.
Like, my face definitely burned in that memory. So, she looked at me and I looked at her and we didn't say anything to each other. Like, I just looked at her like, and then I grabbed my stuff and I just walked inside because I was like, you know what? Not today, Satan. I'm not dealing with this. I told my friend I'll be on my P's and Q's. I'll be on my best behavior, so I'm going to do just that. So I walk away and I don't say nothing to the girl. And like I said, about 15 minutes, we're catering to Chanel. We're giving her medicine. We're giving her the fan. We're giving her ice water, all of this stuff. And I don't know if Shorty saw me and got back in her car. Maybe she saw me, got on the phone. Maybe she saw me and needed to collect herself. I don't really know, but it was a good 15 minutes that she still hadn't come into the event. So by the time that she's walking in, we're all standing around the gender reveal table about to cut the cake. And she's like scurrying in. Mind you, she's scurrying in empty-handed. Now, me personally, I don't think that anybody that's driving a Benz and wearing designer and stuff like that, I mean, granted, she stole from me, so she really can't be that well off. I don't know if it's for show, or I don't know if she just has, maybe she's a kleptomaniac. Me personally, I don't think that her coming empty-handed had anything to do with the fact that she didn't have any money. But me personally, I really don't care if you have money or not. If you especially are self-inviting yourself damn near to somebody's gender reveal / baby shower, baby, I don't care if you have to take up knitting the night before you go. I don't give a if you have to learn how to crochet. I don't give a if you have to learn how to build a toy from scratch, from the scraps in your house. You should not be coming empty-handed. I don't care. There's no excuse for that. Diapers, at least. Diapers at the dollar store. Like, you could have came with something. The didn't even come with a card. So this is the part that y'all really need to pay attention to. I didn't mention this earlier when I was talking about it because I wanted everything to make sense in like chronological order. So when we were eating, she ended up getting a call after telling me she was pregnant and all of that. She ended up getting a call, and it was a collect call from a jail. Mind you, I only knew this because when she got the call, she was like, I really need to take this right now. And she got teary-eyed, and she ended up getting on the phone in front of me, like answering the jail call and talking. And I could tell she was talking to her boo just based off of how she was talking, obviously. And then when she got off the phone, she kind of broke down to me, which I have her permission to talk about all of this. Mind you, she's the one pushing for me to do this video. She's just basically telling me how her boo, we're gonna name him Crazy, and y'all are gonna understand why, but she ends up telling me that Crazy got locked up and that he's gonna be locked up for about 5 months. So the remainder of her pregnancy, he's going to be locked up and not able to kind of be there for her through the pregnancy or whatever. Mind you, she has been like, that's like her high school sweetheart. She has been, since I've known her, with him, or like on and off with him. Never because of any cheating or never because of anything like that, just because of like differences and like, you know, just things like, you know, they can be a little toxic, but nothing too crazy that nobody else has experienced. You get what I'm saying? This is just kind of like her first love situation. So I don't think that they were technically together in this moment, but obviously him being in jail while she's about to have his baby and stuff like that, and just dealing with her pregnancy alone was making her emotional, because obviously she would want the father of her baby to be there for her during her pregnancy and to be there during like when it's time for her to give birth. So she ended up telling me that she didn't want anybody at the baby shower to know, and that the only person that really knows is her mom, because she just didn't want everybody in her business or whatever. And she was like, honestly, if he didn't call me right now, I probably wouldn't have told you yet, just because I don't want anybody feeling bad for me, blah blah blah. So she was just kind of like, so if you could keep it to yourself, I would really appreciate that. When we go to the event, I'm going to tell everyone that he's in the hospital. So I was like, okay, cool. We're on the same page. Just keep that in mind. So back to the event. Fast forward, Chanel ends up doing her little like speech and thanking everybody for coming. And then she does the gender reveal. It's a girl. Everybody's happy. Everybody's lit. I already knew. And I think some of her friends knew too, because now that I think about it, when we were doing the gift opening, a lot of the stuff was dresses, like it was for girls. Everybody else was just told to get stuff that was gender neutral. So yeah, we're getting to the part where everybody's about to get their food. Well, no, a lot of people, most of everybody has already eaten by this point, but some people are going to go make more plates, and then some people are going to like the stations because we're about to start playing games and stuff like that. Me, Chanel, and the girls are just all talking. Grimy ends up walking up and she's like, Chanel, hey, she's like, hey guys, like a general hey guys to everyone. She's not making no eye contact with me, like, y'all, I'm looking at her while she's talking to everybody, because, you know, I'm not even trying to size her up. I'm not even trying to intimidate her. It's just like, I am not gonna be looking across my shoulder or looking up into the sunset while you're talking to everybody, including me, and I'm gonna look at your ass. And I don't know why you not looking at me. But anyways, no.
We know why she's not looking at me.
So she's just kind of like, I'm sorry I didn't bring anything. I ordered you something, and I'm gonna it's gonna be ordered to your house or whatever. So I think it just got like late delivery. She said something like that. But the gag is, Chanel ended up telling me nothing ever came to her house. So this was lying. But anyway, she's just kind of like, is it okay if I go get something to eat? So Chanel's like, yeah, you can go over there, get you a plate, and then come back over here, and we're gonna start playing games or whatever. We're gonna figure out what we want to play, so by the time you come over here, you can be included or whatever. So she ends up walking over there and making herself a plate, and then she comes back with a plate, and she has an arepa and some other stuff on her plate, and all I hear is,
what is this?
like, she's like eating it, I think, and then she's like, what is this? And I look up, and of course I know what she's talking about, but I didn't want to speak to her. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if that's petty to y'all, but I felt like my mama told me if I don't got nothing nice to say, don't say. So Chanel ends up looking at her and she's like, oh, that's an arepa, that's a Venezuelan dish or whatever. She didn't even say I made it. Like she just was like, it's a Venezuelan dish. So Grimy ends up looking at her and she's like,
Oh, so it's like a Mexican wannabe burger type of thing?
Girl, shut the up. You thought you ate that?
Bitch, she just said Venezuelan dish and you're saying Mexican in response. Like, you're trying to piss me the fuck off. And I know this bitch knew I was from Venezuela because we were talking about that at the birthday event where we were doing the sip and paint. She heard me say I was from Venezuela. She heard me say that shit. But I don't know, maybe she didn't remember. I don't know if she was trying to be funny just because she knows I'm Venezuelan, or if she's just an ignorant dumb. But yeah, she was like Mexican wannabe burger. And like, Chanel is so good at navigating energy. Like, she just knew I was gonna be fuming when she said that. So she kind of looked over at me and then she was just like, girl, shut up, you know it's not Mexican, I just said Venezuelan. And she kind of like laughed it off. And I was like, yeah, Venezuelan and Mexico are two different things. And then Chanel looked at me like, because I was like, I had to say something, y'all. I had to say something because why are you trying to be funny? Like, I have a soft spot about Venezuela. I have a soft spot about my people. My family would probably disown me if somebody said that and I didn't speak up for myself in my country. So I did. So that was just kind of the end of that. She doesn't really say anything else about that. She eats her food and she ate that whole thing. So baby, ain't no wannabe burger. You like that shit, so stop playing.
Amen.
Anyway, so y'all, we end up start playing the games and stuff like that, and to be honest, nothing bad comes out of us to playing the truth or dare Jenga. Nothing bad comes out of that. She's actually vibing with some of the girls, because mind you, the girls that knew her already and knew like the situation, like knew the lore and knew the backstory of basically her getting her ass beat the fuck up from me because she stole my shit. Yeah, those girls were there, of course, and they already wasn't vibing with her even before that happened. But there were new girls too, obviously, because Chanel has a lot of friends, so there were new girls there. And this time I guess her energy was a bit better, so she was getting along with the like kind of new girls that she hadn't seen before. And I wasn't tripping off that. Like, I want somebody to like your ass, girl, because shit, it's just gonna be awkward as hell if nobody's with you, just like it was at the birthday event. She ends up walking away sometime in between games, and she goes over by the food again, and there's little snacks over there too. Like, it's not just food, like meal food. There's like snacks that are put out mostly for the kids, because there's some people that have kids. Obviously she invited her family, and some of her family members are kids, and she had like Rice Krispie treats and Cheez-Its and stuff like that laid out, which we were able to like help ourselves too. But she started putting multiple into her bag, like she was taking them home for later, which I don't know. Again, no home training, no manners. Like, if you want to eat it right now, if you want to snack on something right now, okay, but you're taking multiple snacks, putting it in your purse to take. She has no respect, in my opinion. So I'm looking at her doing that, and I look at Chanel, and Chanel looks at her doing that, and she looks at me, and she just kind of shakes her head. She's gradually starting to piss me the fuck off. Mind you, I'm drinking, everybody's drinking. This girl came seemingly already drunk, so it's just not looking too good. But I'm trying to vibe out, and everybody's trying to vibe out and just get through this event at this point. I know Chanel in her like in her heart and in her mind was regretting letting this bitch come to this. Like, I just know Chanel was regretting it at this point. We move on, we play a few more games, and then we move on to the last game. And the last game, y'all, this is where hits the fan. We're already drunk, mind you, like I told y'all. So the last game that we created, this was the baby related game. I think there was one other baby related game, but it wasn't related to drinking, and we already played that game. So the last game was, we had a bunch of baby bottles set out where we made like dirty martinis and dirty margaritas in all of the baby bottles, and obviously one of them had lemonade, and it was marked, it was labeled for Chanel or whatever, because we didn't want her to accidentally drink a dirty martini. But everybody had the same amount in their baby bottles, and everybody had a time limit, and we started a timer, and everybody basically had to chug the drink out of the baby bottle. And you know, baby bottles have those little nipple things, like the little teethers, and obviously it's real hard to drink something fast out of that. So that was kind of the game or whatever, and that was just us trying to like end off on a lit note. Mind you, I don't know if that was the greatest idea, because majority of us, like the girls that were setting up, we had came up with a plan to spend the night after this. Like I think it was right before we started playing this game, we had started talking about how we wanted to spend the night, because we like realized that it was gonna be a hot ass mess. Like it was becoming a hot ass mess. There's drink bottles everywhere, there's Coke bottles everywhere, there's Sprite bottles everywhere, there's wrappers everywhere. So it's like, and then of course all the streamers and stuff, and we didn't want Chanel and her mom to have to be taking all that down and like cleaning up all of that by themselves, especially with Chanel being pregnant. We really didn't want her to do anything but lay her feet up and relax. All of the girls are under the impression that her man is not here because he's in the hospital, so everybody's already kind of feeling like they trying to uplift her spirits and stuff like that, which we're gonna get to that conversation in a minute. But yeah, so we already planned to spend the night, so don't worry about us all drinking. We all go to do the last thing that we had planned for the event, which was the opening of the presents. So we go over by the table that has all the presents, and she sits her on like kind of next to the whole table, and she doesn't want to keep grabbing bags because she's like getting out of breath, and she just, you know, she shouldn't have to do anything. So she asked like if I can come and hand her the bags or whatever, and of course y'all know I'm down to help, so I was like, that's cool. So I'm standing facing everybody and next to her, handing her the gifts so that she can open one by one and like, you know, show what she got and stuff like that, the classic baby shower. So I'm at the point of view where I can see everybody that's looking at us, looking at the presents. So as we're opening gifts, I kind of look over at Grimy, not even on no like trying to look at her, just like, you know, observing everybody and looking at everybody. I end up noticing her like on her phone, kind of with a stank face, and I see her looking at the gifts kind of with a stank face. I don't know if she's embarrassed that she doesn't have a gift. I don't know if she's jealous because we came through and really spoiled her with a bunch of gifts. Like I don't know what the attitude was about. She was visibly like stank, and I didn't like that, and my drunk ass definitely didn't like that, but I still did not say anything. Everyone else is recording videos, everyone else is smiling, nobody is kind of just like she's literally looking at the gifts. Like we get done with the gift giving thing, we go inside, I start picking up some trash and stuff. Some of the girls are playing Uno, I think, and then we all kind of come like by each other or whatever, and then the girls start talking. Chanel's over there talking to her mom somewhere. I don't know really where she was at this point, but me and the girls end up talking, and we're kind of just like saying that we wish that Crazy could have been there, because we can tell that Chanel is trying to keep it together for us, but we could tell that she's sad that he couldn't be there, and like just saying how it must be hard for him to be, you know, not there or whatever. And Grimy ends up overhearing, and she's like,
yeah, free that nigga.
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
Free that nigga. That's what she says, free that nigga. And some noses kind of curl up like I don't think it really computed in the girls' drunk brains, because obviously they didn't even know. Like I'm the only one who knew that he was locked up, so free that nigga really like threw me off hearing that coming from her. But they didn't really know like nothing going on, so they kind of just looked at her like she was like weird, and then like that was it. Like nobody else really clocked what she said or whatever. I end up seeing Chanel. I walk over to Chanel and I'm like, why the fuck were we just saying how we wish Crazy could have been here? And Grimy says,
Free that nigga.
so y'all, Chanel is a very much melanated queen. Like she is a brown skinned girl, and this girl turned whiter than a damn ghost. Like she looked genuinely flushed, like she seen a ghost. She said, so So she starts tweaking. She's like,
Chesa, how could she know that? I swear I didn't tell nobody but you and my mom, and I know you ain't tell her because you literally didn't know her, and then she got beat up by you, so it couldn't be you, and I know my mama didn't tell her, so how does she know? How does she know?
and I'm like, hold on, wait. Are you sure you didn't tell nobody else? Are you sure none of the girls could have overheard maybe you and your mama talking about it? Are you sure she couldn't have heard you and your mama talking about it? Like, there has to be an explanation for how she knows. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't tell her.
You know damn well I didn't tell her.
So it's like, I'm trying to calm her down. I'm trying to reason with her because I don't want Chanel teeing up. She's pregnant. I do not want her getting stressed out and stressing out the baby. I didn't want her wasting her and that precious baby's energy on that hoe. I really didn't, especially knowing that she's not really safe for real. You get what I'm saying? She already not safe here. Like, if it comes down to it,
it ain't nothing to it but to do it.
So it's like, I didn't want her stressing out about it. I'm like, go to the bathroom, collect yourself. Like, we're not doing this right now. So she ends up going to the bathroom, and I end up continuing to clean up. I'm keeping an eye over at Grimy. She's over there talking to some of the girls, and then I realized that probably 15 minutes passed by, Chanel's still in the bathroom. So I go in there to check on her, and she's crying. Me seeing my homegirl pregnant on her day without her man in the bathroom, sad, crying, and me knowing she's crying because of a that I already rocked. Like, I already rocked Shorty's world, and she has my homegirl in the bathroom crying at her own house, at her own shit. Are you crazy? This really triggered me, y'all, because like, y'all know I don't let try me, but I for damn sure do not let my get tried. I don't. Not on my watch. So I'm like, Chanel, I'm about to go tell her to leave. I'm like, you're not about to be crying on your day. I get the event is damn near over, but we still have a whole night to enjoy. I'm not about to let her affect your energy like that. This weird gotta go. I'm about to go tell her to leave. I end up going over to where she's at, and I'm like, hey, not gonna lie, your time here is kind of up. Like, you need to go. Chanel wants you to leave, and I'm not even trying to, you know, I don't even want to have to, you know, make a scene. I just need you to leave. We start going back and forth. She's drunk. She's like,
what the I gotta leave for? What the I gotta leave for? I don't see Chanel telling me to leave. I don't give a damn.
and like, I don't know if it's the liquid courage or what, but Shorty is getting a little froggy with me. So I kind of like back up, and I'm like, hold on. Who the fuck are you talking to? I'm like, Chanel wants you to leave. She told me to relay the message, and I'm relaying the message, and I'm only doing that verbally right now. So I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out of here. She starts raising her voice, and I'm raising my voice, and the girls are starting to walk over, and Chanel ends up walking over from the bathroom, and she's like,
What the did you mean? Free my what the fuck you saying? Free my fuck you mean free him?
Chanel starts yelling. And they're not fighting, obviously, but we're trying to break up the argument, and all I hear is her say,
you know exactly what I mean by free him.
Chanel goes,
Who told you he was locked up?
and Grimy goes,
don't worry about it.
so now I have question marks going off in my head. I'm like, did this bitch come on some disrespectful shit? Did this come on some slimy, grimy,
Real grimy shit for real?
they keep going back and forth, and then Grimy ends up saying,
He told me. He don't even fuck with you like that, bitch. That's not even your nigga.
y'all, this is the moment Shorty should have knew she fucked up. We're all kind of like trying to guide Chanel back. Like, we already kind of knew that shit was finna go down anyways with Grimy, but we wasn't finna let shit go down with Chanel. So we're like trying to guide her back, like towards the back rooms and stuff, and we're like, come on, come on. And she's like,
He don't fuck with you.
and Grimy says,
If he don't fuck with me, why ain't making collect calls to my phone?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
she then picks up a gift off of the gift table and throws it in our direction towards Chanel.
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
I let go of Chanel, and I walk over, and one of her homegirls, I don't really even remember which one, walks over there, and now we pushing Grimy out of the house. We like, you need to leave. You need to leave. And I'm so happy that I didn't start tussling with her up inside the house, because there were glass fixtures. Like, it was a very nice house. I didn't want to knock over the table of gifts. You get what I'm saying? So we're grabbing her, and we're just pushing her out through the door. So as we're passing out of the literal frame of the door, like stepping outside, the other girl that is like pushing her with me, she ends up like walking back inside to go check on Chanel, and I'm still guiding her through. Like, I'm guiding you all the way to the street. I'm not guiding you just to the front step of the front door. No, I'm guiding you to your car. You are about to be out of here completely. So as we're walking outside, she kind of like shrugs me off of her and like goes like that and ends up elbowing me in my face. Not hard enough to leave no damage, obviously, but like it hits me in my face.
Must I demonstrate per usual?
She ends up turning around after that like she about to swing for real. And of course,
Boop.
I knock her ass off her feet, because what are you doing? As she falls like to the floor or whatever, I'm not even like continuously swinging after that. One hit put her ass on her, like put her on her ass. So she's on her ass in the literal grass.
Her ass is literally grass.
And she's looking up at me and I'm like, you need to leave right now, because if I have to whoop you in this front yard, I will. This bitch ends up spitting at me. She go,
oh no, you did it, bitch.
normal me would have probably kicked shorty in her face while she was down for spitting at me, but like something in me, I don't know if I was just on a high note this day, but I said, get up since you want to spit. Get up. She gets up and she spits on me again. Now, it's not getting on my face or nothing like that, y'all. I probably would have been in jail for life if that shit would have got on my face or anything like that. But like, it's just like spitting in my direction is gonna get your ass beat in general. But like, she gets up and spits at me again. So y'all already know what, come on. Why are you spitting? You are not a llama or a camel. What? You are not the animal that be spitting. I'm punching her in her mouth. I'm dragging her in this yard. BBB, we're fighting now. The girls come outside. They're trying to get me off of her. And Chanel runs outside and ends up kicking her like in her face or whatever. So like now she's like low-key getting hit by multiple females, because girl, what did you think you was finna do? So when Chanel ends up like kicking at her head, Grimy ends up trying to like scoop her, I guess, by her ankle. Like she grabs Chanel's ankle. And this just did it for all of us. This just did it for all of us. So now we all boo, 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 boo. It's over for her ass. So the other girls start doing her in. I end up letting go, because at this point, like, I already done broke my nails. I already done took it in a way I didn't want to have to take it. So I get up and I go inside with Chanel. I'm calming her down, because now she feels like her letting her come ruined everything, and she's like crying, and you know, she's already super hormonal and emotional. But I'm trying to reassure her that like, we're not mad at her. By the time I go back out there, Grimy is gone. The girls are coming back inside. We all damn near bonding over all of our broken nails, because we were looking real cute that day. We didn't come prepared to fight. Even with me knowing Grimy was like gonna show up or possibly gonna show up, I did not come with my hair back or a hoodie on, or I didn't take my nails off. I had the same nails y'all saw, them long claw nails. My hair was down. I had earrings on. Like, we were all coming prepared to be at an event, not to fight. So we all just kind of bond over it. We end up getting lit as fuck that night, and Chanel ends up doing some digging and finding out that Crazy had been talking to her, obviously from jail, calling her from jail, and he hasn't even been in there that long. She ends up finding out that they have been linking, like, while they were broken up, during that time that they weren't friends anymore. They started linking behind her back and stuff like that, and that she basically was just showing up on some disrespectful shit. That's why she came empty-handed. That's why she came late, and that's why she was there like being stank, because she really was just there to basically come knowing that she was effing on her ex and her baby daddy, and like on some like, I still showed up to your baby shower type shit. So I'm really glad it went the way that it did. But this was really the push that Chanel needed to kind of leave him alone, because they have been on and off and toxic for so long, but there was never a situation where he was dealing with another female on some stuff like that. So this really pushed it over the edge. Like, she really knows her worth. She's really like a boss ass who knows her worth, and she was like, him, I can do this shit by myself. She's not even doing it by herself, because she has all of us, and we're gonna be there for her the entirety of her pregnancy. We're gonna be there for her after her pregnancy. That baby has hella TTs, and she gonna find a man that can do everything for her that that man wasn't able to do, and his ass is still locked up anyway. So it is what it is. But yeah, y'all can let me know in the comments if y'all feel like we overdid it. Y'all can let me know in the comments what you would have done, or if you guys would have done the same thing, or if you would have done worse. But I really feel like I need a documentary series for this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Comment other videos that you guys want to see from me. Turn on the post notification bell so you never miss when I post a video. Follow me on all my social medias that are in the link tree in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
ChesaTheBrat.